With the name of Allah, who is most merciful and beneficent, I welcome all of you in my presentation from the bottom of my heart. With Islamic greetings, Assalamu Alaikum. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Nazia Nawaz, and I have completed my MBA from University of Education, Lahore. Now these days I joined ELC for the enhancement of my English communication skills, and I'm from Sir Asif's class. Today I'm going to discuss that either formal education is compulsory for us or either informal education is compulsory for us. First of all, I would like to give the outline of my presentation. I have divided my presentation into 3 parts. In the first part, I will define that what is formal education and what is informal education. In the second part, I will define that either formal education is most important for us or either informal education is most important for us. And third part would be yours. If you have any question, so you can ask. Now the question is that what is formal education and what is informal education? Formal education is the education that we get from particular institutions, like from schools, from colleges, from universities. It means that all sort of bookish knowledge that we get from these particular institutions is a formal training, is a formal education. And formal education is the education that is systematically organized. It's a system of programs and institutions that give us technical and professional training. And on the other hand, when we talk about informal education is education that is not systematically organized, that is not structured, that is not planned, and that is not under the control of any authority. It means that all the education that we get from our neighbors, from our society, from our friends, from the mass media, come under the head of informal education. Now, what is the importance of informal education in our life? Informal education gives us a lot of experience. We learn a lot of things from our society, from our friends, from the mass media. It teaches the values, the norms, and it gives us a lot of experience. It teaches us how we are supposed to communicate with our society, how we will treat with our society, with our friends, how we will maintain the relationships with our society, with our friends, with our neighbors, with our relatives. Now, if I have to select between these two kind of education system, I would like to go with the formal education system. Why? Because education is a key for the improvement. Education is a key to success. Education is such a weapon through which we can win the whole world. And our society almost demands that if a person wants to have higher economical status, he must get higher education in a formal training, in a formal way. And without formal training, it's nearly impossible for a person to get such economical status in a society. Education is a catalyst for human development, and it gives us knowledge, it gives us tools that help the people to face the challenges of the world, to compete with the whole world. And when we talk about the revolution, I would say that no country can bring the revolution unless their people are enough educated to face the challenges of the world. Without education, the training of human mind is incomplete. We are not human beings without education. It doesn't mean that we are not human beings, but mind was made to be trained. If it is not trained in that sense, it means that we are incomplete. We are incomplete in that sense. As we are known that we have a lot of technological advancement nowadays. So it's not possible to face the challenges of the world without having a higher education. That's all from my side. If you have any question, so you can ask. Thank you so much for your nice attention.
Excuse me, ma'am, which type of education is important?
Sir, formal education is most important nowadays.
Why formal education is most important always?
Because as you know that we are facing a lot of technological advancements. So how it's possible to face these things without having formal education, without having formal training, without getting education from particular institutions?
Okay, let's talk about our industries.
Okay.
There are some people who are sitting there and ruling these factories or industries, and they are illiterate.
Okay.
But there are some other factories who, the person who is managing there and who is the owner of this factory is educated. So what is the difference between those two persons? Those two persons are both successful in their fields. In the particular field, they are both successful.
Okay.
So what is the purpose of education there?
Okay, that's very nice. We can see the difference over here as well. Their management. You can
Ma'am,
let me talk. Let me complete first of all. Illiterate person over there is dependent on educated person. He can't run his business without getting the help of educated persons. That's the biggest difference, I would say.
Okay, ma'am, you are trying to say that uneducated person needs some kind of educated persons.
Yes.
An educated person doesn't need any educated person.
Yes. Exactly.
He also needs, and the uneducated person also needs. Both person need some educated person over there to run their factory, run their industry.
Single person can't run his business. If you are talking about industry, so it's very difficult for a person.
I'm saying that you are saying education is more important. Formal education is more important. I think informal education is important. Listen to me first.
Okay.
Okay. He is uneducated. He has some experience.
Okay.
Only.
Okay.
Nothing any degree, nothing any education.
Okay.
But same is the case with some other person. He is also successful, but he has some degrees and education.
Okay.
So what is the difference between those two persons? He is uneducated and he is successful, and he is educated and he is also successful.
That's what I'm saying. That an uneducated person always will depend on educated persons. Uneducated person always depend on educated person. But let me complete first of all, please. The educated person, he can look after his business as himself. He can look after his business himself. He can check the whole person that what they are doing. There are less chances of error. There are less chances of fraud over there.
Ma'am,
and secondly, if both are earning the same money, the biggest thing there is, if both are earning the same income, what would be the difference over there? I would say that earning money is not enough. How they will manage their money, this is something. How they can get the maximum return out of it, this is something. An educated person doesn't have enough knowledge that how he will manage his money. If you are talking about if an educated person has enough knowledge up to only, like if we talk about banking sectors, he has knowledge only up to deposits, okay? But educated person, he can invest his money in some sort of securities to get maximum return out of it.
Okay, ma'am, do you think that formal education is important?
Yeah, it's too much important.
It's too much important. Why?
As I already said, that we are facing a lot of technological advancement. How is it possible for a person without having formal education to face all these challenges of the world?
Okay, so you're talking about something about future. Like
yeah,
in future we will need it badly. Let's talk about present.
Okay.
We are getting, but okay, what we are getting from the person who is getting that formal education?
Yeah, that's formal education.
I'm saying that we are getting formal educations. We all are getting formal education.
Okay.
But what we all are actually getting from who is getting formal education? A person who has a degree or something like, you can say, a formal education stamp on his or her degree. Is he showing what he has got? There are many engineers in Pakistan who has go admission in the universities on the scholarships and all that. But when they go abroad, they just fail there badly. Why? Why it happens? We are getting formal education. Do you think it's good type of formal education that we are getting now?
Yeah, if you talk about that, is good or bad?
Yeah.
We have a problem with our system.
We have problem with
our system. Okay.
And it's a bad education.
About something else. But I'm talking about something else. If you are an educated person, you know, I'm trying to differentiate between educated person and uneducated person.
Right.
You know, so if a person is educated enough, he can manage his business very well.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think by educated person? Like, can you tell me what educated person is?
He has enough knowledge. He has a technical sort of mind.
Mind. He has knowledge.
He's a good thinker. He is a good decision maker for himself.
Good decision maker.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know about our Chief Minister of Education? Is he a good thinker? He is an educated person and a highly educated person. That's why he's our education minister, right? I don't know his name even, but I'm just giving you an example that he is an educated person and a highly educated person.
Okay.
But why he's not thinking positive for us? You can see our education system.
That's a problem with our government.
But government is giving us formal education. Why we are not thinking positive? And why we are making it compulsory when we know something is bad?
Government is giving us formal education, yes. But we have a problem with our system. If we talk about problems, we have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
We have a weak base of education.
Right.
That's the reason.
So you still think that we should get formal education? It is compulsory for us.
This is
in
too
Pakistan.
Much compulsory. Too much compulsory.
In Pakistan.
Yes, exactly. This is too much compulsory.
We are getting something bad and you are making it compulsory. What's that? I'm not getting it.
But you are getting bad.
You are saying you have accepted that education system is not good. Government is not good. And government is providing us education.
But this is a problem.
This is a problem.
This is our government responsibility to solve it. But I'm talking about educated person who get education.
So, ma'am, you are talking about generally about the education system and educated person and uneducated person, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the circumstance in which I'm living. Right? I'm talking about the government that is just making us suffer from each and every problem. I'm talking about that government. So I'm asking you that what do you think?
You're asking a solution?
Yes, you can say. Like, I'm asking, why are you making it compulsory that we should get formal education? And still you are saying that it's not a good system in Pakistan to getting education.
Okay. These are two different things, you know. When you talk about the problems, we have in Pakistan the double education system.
Yeah.
We have private schools, we have government schools, and we have madrasa schools as well. You know? And do you know that what is the ratio of school-going children over there?
I don't know. I'm asking to you. That's why.
Okay. In a private going school children, the ratio is only 26%.
Right.
And government going school children ratio is 76%.
Right.
But we are giving all sort of facilities to the private going school children.
Right.
We are giving each and everything to the private going school children. Not because of the reason that they have some extraordinary abilities, but just because of the reason that they are paying more. This is the thing.
Right.
But we are not giving focus on government going school children. They have the same abilities. So I would say that the government should do something right here.
كريم عظيم